Very warm welcome to the Ref Show. We've got a busy agenda this week. We'll look at the big match refereeing performances over the weekend, for good or for bad. We'll look at one referee's blunder. It's not just any old error. It's been described as the worst error I've ever seen. No, that's not me. That's Robbie Fowler saying that, and that's in a championship match. I happen to agree with Robbie. And why one Premier League referee's record suggests quite strongly that he should be dropped. He hasn't been as yet. Got to start in the Championship, especially as David Hirst is with us, former Sheffield Wednesday striker. Goodness me.
He is going to be biased.
Strikers Union, is that what you're saying there, Matt?
He's going to be forgivably biased because I don't think anybody seriously disagrees over this. The Fernando Forestieri second yellow card, the red card that followed. He's got a 2-match ban under totting up for diving in the goalless draw, Hull versus Sheffield Wednesday on Friday night. Michael Dawson's lunging challenge went unpunished. Now, we know the rights and wrongs of this. We know that it was a bad blunder. Yeah. The point is, it doesn't seem that there's any way, Mark, first of all, to correct this injustice and to remove this suspension.
No, I mean, obviously with the FA, you cannot appeal yellow cards. And I know I've had this conversation with Mark Ives at the FA, and I know they're looking at rescinding yellow cards, and they can only rescind a red card if deemed that the referee has made a serious and obvious error.
But he has.
Well, he has. No, this is red cards. They can, they can overturn red cards,
yellows,
but not with 2 years. Even when a referee has made a serious and obvious error in law as well, and you cannot, appeal the yellow card.
If he's saying that's a dive, then I think Tom Daly could have a new partner for the Olympics there. I mean, it's horrendous. It's a good job he does move out of the way, to be fair, because he'd end up with a broken leg.
But only the referee can tell us why he's seen that.
This is Tim Robinson. Tim Robinson's
as simulation. But the thing is, Dawson goes into the challenge. He's already on a yellow card, a caution for a challenge. I mean, he's gone flying in recklessly. And as soon as he's made the challenge, he's put his arms up,
he's pleading with the referee.
I'm sorry, referee, and the referee.
He thinks he's walking.
I don't know what's gone through his mind. You look at the referee's position. He's in a great position. He's got a great view. Yeah. He's made
a rash decision over a period of the game where Forestieri on occasions did go down easy, and I think he's used that against Forestieri. I think as the reaction from Dawson, I think the rest. I mean, I was at the game and all the people in the stadium thought Dawson was walking, including Dawson. Yeah. When he turned around and see the ref pointing the other way, he's given the free kick to Hull. He sort of gets his head down and gets past the referee and thank you very much, ref. But no, by no way on this earth that was a yellow card.
Steve Bruce admitted that as well, the Hull manager. He's a fair man.
He is a fair man, but as a referee, when I referee, if I had any doubt whatsoever, if it was simulation or not, I'd have just played on. And everybody would accept, he's missed that one. Yeah. But to send him off when he's been actually fouled is... Well, only Tim Robinson can tell us why he made that decision.
I feel sorry for Tim Robinson in the sense that I'm sure that every fibre of his being has wanted, since that incident, to come out publicly and say, hey, I got that, really sorry, I got it wrong. I'm told he's not allowed to.
But this is where the game's wrong. This is the big problem that we've got.
I've done that once and got suspended. So the referee, you can't...
Yeah, but to be fair, Mark, if he gets suspended, he deserves to be suspended.
No, but if he comes out and
says it and gets suspended, then he deserves it because he's got it drastically wrong.
He's got it wrong,
but we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes.
We should all be entitled to say, hey, got that, because people are accusing him of not. People are accusing him of hiding away and not.
This is it, and I know for a fact that's not what he's doing. I mean, it's the actual organisation that's making him do that. Now, that's the big problem.
Do you think his reputation has gone before him because has he been cautioned for simulation in previous games?
He has, yeah. So but that shouldn't come into it.
No, you're right.
The referee should wipe the slate clean.
You treat each merit.
This is 2 games with 2 yellow cards in each.
That was a dubious yellow card for alleged simulation in the game at Preston. That wasn't nailed on in any way, shape or form. So he has been harshly treated. Maybe the only positive is that this incident does force a review of this non-appeal of yellow cards.
Well, as I said, Mark Ives is looking into this, and I think it should come out. I think it happens I've seen it happen in Spain where they've taken yellow cards, withdrawn yellow cards when the referee's made an error in law. So I think it needs to be looked at.
So it's going to open a can of worms, definitely.
But we've seen many players cautioned when they've gone down in the penalty area, when they've been actually.
I say it all along, Mark.
Fouled.
I mean, the big thing is you mentioned we all make mistakes. The situation is if a manager makes a mistake or a player makes a mistake, they're out there in front of the cameras explaining themselves, and the referees are not. That's a big gripe of mine. If a referee comes out there on a Friday night and says, "I got it wrong," people can accept that. But when they're hiding behind, under the blankets, if you like, and not coming out with an explanation, then it drags and drags.
I mean, an error of such magnitude, we even put it at the start of the show, and it's Championship, and
as we say this weekend, the IFAB are meeting with the law changes. Let's hope they bring in technology.
Let's go on to the Capital One Cup final. That also was not without incident or error. This is Michael Oliver. Liverpool won, Manchester City won. City, of course, won on penalties in the end, but maybe the referee was relieved that City won in the end, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, as I say, referees are like goalkeepers. You could have a great game for 89 minutes and all of a sudden one error. Same with a goalkeeper. And I thought Michael handled the game well. I mean, he was lenient, which we like to see in a cup final. He managed the game, managed the players, and I think the players had the respect for him. But obviously there was the big talking point on the foul on Aguero. When they make these errors, you look at the referee's positioning and where he was, and his positioning was he was right there. His dynamic sprinting was fantastic. He was right up there. He was right behind Aguero, and I was sitting there watching it, and I just went penalty straight away. Yeah. And I just don't understand why he's not giving it. But perhaps he was unsure. He was in a bit of doubt. But I think once he gave the penalty, if had he given the penalty, he then had to consider: was it a denial? Was it a goal? It wasn't going to be a goal, but was it a goal scoring opportunity? Because there was no Liverpool players there. But for me, I think Michael spoilt his performance with that. I think that's his Achilles heel. I think Michael's a great talent, and I think he gets too many big key match decisions wrong. Somebody
raised the point about the penalty shootout. I don't know what you guys feel. They were saying they reckon the City keeper was off his line for at least one of those. They can move along the line, but not be off. What did you think? Did you think it was the case for that or not?
Being an ex-goalkeeper, a goalkeeper. I'm in the goalkeeper union. When a goalkeeper stands, to make that save, your foot's got to go forward. Yeah. So you allow that first step. I think it becomes 2, 3 or 4. That's when you penalise for encroachment. But hey, you don't go looking for trouble with a penalty shootout.
Just going back on the decision there, I mean, that would have made the game 2-0 City.
2-0, yeah.
Is Michael a Liverpool fan? Do you get paid more for if you go into a penalty shootout? Is that what the referees are working on?
No, you don't want extra time and penalties. He's a big Newcastle United fan as it goes.
Okay, Craig Pawson. Now, this was a big match for him, a younger referee. Manchester United 3, Arsenal 2. Described by Rob Harris on RefCam as delivering a big match performance. What did you think?
Yeah, I think he done well. I think they've given him the big game. It's a massive game, Manchester United Arsenal, and I thought he done well. I thought Craig done well. His movement was good. His positioning was good. I'd just like to seen him dealt a bit quicker with the Ramsey flare-up. He took an age to sort it out, and he kept putting it into his ear, trying to listen to what people were saying to him. It was only going to be 2 yellow cards. 2 yellow cards straight away would have stopped all that commotion.
But otherwise,
I thought he'd done really well.
And it's done his standing very good. He's from Sheffield, Hirsty. Craig
he's doing well. He's doing well.
Mike Jones, he's got loads of honourable mentions this season. Again, Spurs 2, Swansea 1. You're nodding.
Yeah, I'm delighted for Mike because I think he's had a tough 2 or 3 seasons, and it's really pleasing to see him do well. I think he deserves to do well.
We're going to come on to another referee who's doing less than well, I think, by common consent, after acknowledging, I think, that Mike Dean, Kevin Friend and Neil Swarbrick, did you feel, all had reasonable games in the Premier League?
Listen, Dino always produces, big performances. The only thing, looking back at Kevin Friend, listen, he's been out of the picture for a while. He gets one game, they pull him out for a few weeks. I just thought he looked, when he awarded the penalty to Stoke, he just looked scared. He looked afraid because he's given the right decision, but his body language tells me he wasn't happy with it. Referees can smile, they can go out and enjoy it. Just smile.
I think that's the pressure that the game are putting on them. And like you say, when referees are going in and out of the situations in the games. I think there is a lot more pressure on the guys now, and
There is, but
it is, you know, I think when he makes the decision, some of the referees are actually half questioning themselves.
that's right. But
and that's a big problem.
It's just his body language. You say, listen, lads, it's a penalty. And then everyone accepts it anyway. But he just looks scared frightened when he give that penalty.
And that's, you know, putting your authority first. You know, getting the players to understand that, hey, I make the decision, and that's the decision I've made.
Indeed. Well, one of the themes of the second part is the entitlement of referees to enjoy the game, which often they can't, particularly at grassroots level. We'll look at the issue of abuse. Interesting scenario involving Martin Atkinson in one game at the weekend. And there's another referee that constantly, or nearly every week, gets mentioned here on the Ref Show. Well, we'll be asking why that is. Do rejoin us for all of that.